Hello, everyone. Dr. Carolyn Anderson here. Um, I'm so excited. I am live, up close, and in person. I have a prolific, prophetic, amazing thing I just want to share with you guys tonight, and it has to do with this globe. And so I'll be explaining that here momentarily, but let me know. What city, state, and country you are watching me from. I do believe I have some of my Trinidad and Jamaican people that will be joining me, my peeps, my family. And so let me share out, do some watch parties, and just quickly start. And good evening to you all. And thank you again so much for following and sharing. And this, what I'm going to share this evening is going to really bless some folks. It's going to really let people know that we are in the right time, for the right season, for the right moment to catapult. And so every time I come live, it is purpose driven. There is a purpose, there's a reason behind what I do. And so when my face and my name is being spread abroad, when I'm have something to share, I'll do little fun things here and there. And I'll be doing some of those as I am leading up to the Mega Life experience. But for right now, this evening, I am going to share about the hat, the crown, the helmet, and my globe. And what do all those have to do with life? What do all of those have to do with what's happening in and around town? So today's the third day of August. August is the month of new beginnings. 3 is a divine. Oh, I forgot to stop my watch party. 1 second. 3 is a divine number. And I have 3 children. God works with me in the numbers of 3. How do I see myself? Oh, I am under my name. I'm like talking to myself. And so he works with me in particular numbers 3, 5, 8, and 12, and the number 11. And so I was born on 12/28. I have 3 amazing children. I was blessed and God appeared to me in my room on 3103. So do me a favor, could you share out this video? Because what I'm going to say tonight, it is going to be so mind blowing. And it's going to encourage someone, if not all of you, to stay the course, to continue down the path, and listen to that inner voice that's within you that is saying, stop, pause, move, go, don't go, and all that cool stuff. So if you guys can just check in, let me know that you're watching me. Okay, my girl Genesis is on here. All right, Genesis is always first. She represents her name very well. So thank you, Genesis. You're reigning all the way from Bloomington, Illinois. She is our first student, Kyle International University student. I also have on here Clarice, reigning all the way from Mississippi, who is our national ambassador. So let's see who else we have here. We have Mr. and Miss Black America, Mrs. Black America, it looks like, or Ms. It's one of them, because all 3 of the national title holders right now have access to the national page. So I'm not sure which one of them is commenting. So good evening. Thank you, everyone. Again, if you can share this out, today's the 3rd day, and it dropped on me like a ton of bricks what God has shared about the three things that I'm going to be sharing about today. And so it has to do with this. And Genesis, I believe this was your personal gift to me, or correct me if it was from the whole school, but I know it was given to me recently at school. I'm going to talk about that. I also have several globes around the house. I'm going to talk about the USA Global Pageant, the Kyle International University, and the MEGALiFE, and a clear instruction that the Father has given me for those of you who are watching, for those of you who will join in this movement with me. There will be 2,020 people that is going to go on this 1-year journey, a 365-day journey with me for a life transformation movement that God is doing that will be positioning for wealth. And so there'll be 2,020 individuals, there'll be teams, and I'm going to chat just a little bit about that today. So, all right. So Genesis, I got your message. Cool. So Genesis, if you let me know, honey, that if this right here, just so I can know how to direct my live tonight, if you can just let me know this did you give me this like personally, or was it a gift from the entire school body? I just need to know that. If you can let me know that, that would be awesome, girlfriend. So good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Carolyn G. Anderson, and tonight I'm coming with 3 different hats. I am coming to you today with a helmet and my Zumba hat as one hat. And I am coming to you also as the international director with another covering. I'm going to talk tonight about coverings. And so just this hat right here, well, this covering. So I'm going to talk about the crown, and then I am going to talk about this graduation cap. And so all 3 of them together equal 1. And it all has to do with the globe. And so good evening again. Thanks everyone for joining me. If the students that are watching, if you guys, well, 11 gifts I've read. Okay, Genesis, you got. But this one, I was reading what you said, but this one you did, right? You got me. Okay, good. All right. So I am gonna share tonight this God blew my mind today. Cavell, if you're the one that is posting from, oh no, that's Genesis. Okay, so Cavell, I think you're on. Okay, all right. So COVID came, and COVID is here, and COVID continues. And so on last year, I'm in my 8th year. I'm gonna give you the backdrop of the story. Like I said, just super mind-blowing, kind of setting some things free, letting people know why they are in this space at this time for such a reason as this. And so I'm going to share that. And again, if you can share this video out, because sometimes actually one of our students that's on right now, Carrie Ann, she's a part of our university, and she joined on the last possible day that she could have joined to be able to graduate this year. And she saw me through a live. So there are times, and every time I do a live, whether it's through Facebook, and right now I'm also going live through YouTube, there is always lives that are changed and transformed. Why? Because my personal vision in life and my purpose in life is to transform lives one person at a time. So there could possibly be one person on your news feed that needs to just hear something that I'm going to say tonight that is a confirmation to something they need to do, that is a confirmation of something they need to shift, people they need to get rid of, maybe something they need to get engaged into. So something I'm going to share tonight, because it's literally God. I was going to go and do my shower and do my night routine. But he said, no, I need you to go live because I want you to share this amazing thing that has happened. And so Genesis, get ready. If you're sitting down, if you're standing up, you want to sit down. Okay. So, because this is going to even build your confidence, Genesis, to let you know that you are hearing God. There is no greater feeling than knowing that when the Father has shared something with you. And I'm talking to those right now who are believers. And I'm talking to those right now who are saying, Dr. Carolyn, I have slipped away from my faith. I'm walking in fear because I don't understand what's happening. The economy is a mess. Politics is like, there's this inner fighting. Leadership has gone astray. And there's just so much things right now, and so much disrespect and dishonor. Even in, I'm an Army vet. And so there's a lot of things that's happening, and just disrespecting of leadership and blah, blah, blah. It's just a mess. It's just chaos. And that's actually the title on my book, the front of my book. I said, on my book, The 10 Laws of Leadership. I said, leadership is a behavior, and that in order to truly be an amazing leader, you must be able to lead authentically, live purposefully, so living on purpose and intentionally amidst chaos. And aren't we in a very chaotic time? But you can still rise, because it's been one of the best, I don't want to sound insensitive, but it's actually been one of the best seasons of my life. So let me quickly roll back so I can roll forward and just get off of this live. And so thank you again for staying with me. Thank you for watching. You guys are just phenomenally amazing. Stay on here. Don't get off. Don't jump off. just stay with me just for a moment. You're not here by coincidence. It's by divine appointment. And so I I run a mega corporation called Integrity Consulting and Coaching Enterprise. Through there, I do speaking, I do consulting, I do coaching. I have a certified coaching program that I offer to individuals who are looking to become certified. It is a credible certification because I have the degrees and the credentials to be able to be a certifying organization. So I knew that the way I ran the business for the last 7 years, that I could no longer step into 2020 or 5780 in that fashion. Plus, it was my 8th year of running the business, and really more like 4 years of doing it as full time, because I've had it. There's a lot of entrepreneurs where you have something, but it's not really making the income that it needs to make to sustain itself. And it's like a hobby. It's not really like a business because you don't have the sustainability built into it, the ROI. It's not set up that way. So with all that, that's taking place, I repositioned myself in November, in the last quarter of last year, October, November, December, and I remapped out and even wrote on my manifestation wall how I was going to shift. I mapped out the entire year. I put the coaching coachees that I was going to have, and I put my consulting clients. I put their names. I knew exactly who I was going after, what I was going to do. I was set. I was on pace. I was on target. I was just going to focus heavily on the consulting and the coaching arm of the business, which oversees the MEGALiFE movement, which I'm going to talk about next. So hear me out. Stay with me. Stay with me. Please share this out. What I'm going to say today, and talk about how things divinely connect. And so where you are in your life right now, you are supposed to be there because things are going to start to line up now. You're going to, this month on the Gregorian calendar, and on the Hebrew calendar, which is what I live my life from, it's a direct alignment in the last number on that calendar. For example, today is Av 13, and it is August 13th. Av and August are both the month of answered prayers. So I just speak and believe with you right now that those prayers that have gone forth, those financial breakthroughs, those miracles you're looking for in your life, in your family, in your communities, those health prayers that have gone forth, the prayers of faith, those things where you're looking for that inner or that outer healing. This is the month when you'll see those manifestations, when you activate what God is doing. So I had to activate. Me being live right now is an activation. I just came from my board meeting, and my daughter just came home from volleyball. And so normally with that, I say, how was practice? How did things go? Talk to me about it, blah, blah, blah. But I'm here because I was commissioned to be on here. And so one of the keys in being able to successfully navigate the waters of life and navigate 5781, which is coming up on September 20th, and the year 2021, which is a restart, which is Pei Aleph, which is the first alphabet of the Hebrew, and the word alphabet, Aleph, is number 1, and that's what's coming up. So this is why with 2020 is the struggle, because it's like a ground zero. It's a time of establishing. This is where we're digging up the ground, because we are building the foundation. We're building the basement of the house, the basement of the building right now. And so you have to dig up the ground. And sometimes the ground is really hard. The ground is really tough. And sometimes you're digging and it's too sandy and you can't live there. You can't build there because when a storm comes, the whole building is going to crumble and fall. And so the earth and underneath is sometimes very hard and rocky. And so right now, this year, what this year represents and why we're having so many conflicts and diseases and pestilence and all these times and the signs and wonders that we're seeing is because the earth is groaning and mourning. There's redemption that is taking place. There's realignment of values and truth and justice that's taking place first in the United States of America, and then it's going to spread out to the rest of the world. We are aligned as a country, the United States of America, with Israel, as we should, because whomever blesses that country and that nation, God blesses the nation that does that. And so we stand for that. And so I have all these, I had this mega plan. I had everything mapped out for those of you who know me very well, and those who are my coachees and colleagues and connectors like Genesis and others that are on here. Cavell, you know that I do everything in maps because life is a journey. And so I have the matrices, I have the maps, I have a life map, I have a vision map, and I map things out because that's the only way you're able to navigate through life. When you're going through, when you're taking going from one destination to another, and you don't know you have the address, but you don't know how to get there. You use a GPS, which is a guide, which is a map, so that if you get off course, it can reroute you. Well, tonight, some of you are being rerouted back into the right space and the right place of where you needed to be. And I'm so glad that you are on here with me. So so January came, and January, so back up a little. In December, really quick, God told me to start a particular school. And so I did. It was a ministry school. So it's called the School of Prophets. He said to start the school. I started the school. I had my peeps in the school. Within a month, on January 10th, the father said, I need you to make this a full-blown university. And so today we officially have Kyle International University. That website is CIU. University.org. And I'm going to talk about CIU really quick, but that dropped, I'm telling you this because that dropped into my lap because God told me to do it. And I'm like, okay, all right, let me see. But I still, again, I have my big grand plan of my clients and my coachees that I am going to be coaching and going after and just focusing really on the mega life experience. So I had that, in place. That was what I was going to do. And so I'm there. I have that. That's all in place. That's what I'm going to do. And then he dropped this university into my lap. And then I sent out the proposal. I hired a new staff on March 1st, 3103. Excuse me, 3103 is when God visited me, 3/1/2020, and got rid of all the old staff because old things are passed away because everything is all new. Because I said fresh start, new beginnings, everything was gone. Every connection really that I had to me in business, I just shifted and used different things, even a brand new website. So January 10th came around and I'm like, what's the school thing? What do I got to do about this school thing? Okay. Then it explained some of the things that I went through in higher education. So I went through things in higher education that normal people don't go through. I had to fight for every degree while my peers are sitting next to me and classmates just riding the tide, not even working as hard as I am. For me to graduate and for me to get to the end and not be able to get my degree was a fight. It was a struggle. And I couldn't understand it until, again, I started this Kyle International University, because in order for you to have the legal authority and the anointing to be able to birth something, to who starts a university in the midst of a pandemic? Dr. Carolyn. All right. In order to have that authority and the anointing, you had to have gone through and conquered the mountain of education or conquer the mountain of finance. So for those of you who are broke, you're just going through the process of conquering and getting the anointing so that when you become just so filthy rich, which is like a catapult that's going to happen for you, you will know what it's like to be able to be at the bottom because now you have risen to the top. All right. Same thing for health challenges. It just simply means that you're going through the process to earn the legal authority, to get the anointing so that you have authority to stand at the top of the mountain and rule from there. That's what that means in a quick nutshell. There's more to it, but that's what it is. So I started this university, 3103. We sent out the letters to my peeps that already had said, yes, I'm all in. We're going to do sponsorships. We want you to come and do leadership training. I was all set. blah, 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 ready to rock and roll, ready to just put on my suit, get out there, me and my staff, and do all these training. I was relaunching the 10 Laws of Leadership book. I was bringing unintentional biases back into the workplace, talking about communication, talking about the laws of leadership, all that ready. I loved it. My life was simple. It was just going to be these days. I had my days that I was going to work and my days that I was off, my days for my self-care. It was just perfect. And then March 13th came, and like my 3 kids came home and said, Mom, we don't know when we're going to go back to school. And then everything changed. There was a shooting in Milwaukee where Miller Coors, or whatever the company's called, an African-American male that just went rampage because he was tired of the racial slurs that was being called, and he shot some people, killed them, and then I think he turned the gun on himself. That was the week before. And then the week after, it's this COVID thing, and I'm just like, what? Like, what? All along going through that, we just started and implemented Kyle International University, and we're running full throttle. Every second and fourth Wednesday, we join live 6 to 10 p.m. on Zoom, and every third or second weekend, Friday night, 6 to 10, Saturday, pretty much all day, we have school, and we're having a great time. We are being established. We're getting wealthy. We're getting healed, rich, delivered, set free, prophetic ministries, all the above. Amazing. It's like we're just having a great, grand old time because we're not even paying attention to the economy and the world system because we are ruling from a kingdom place, and that's where we were walking from. And so when you reign from kingdom, you don't operate the same way as other earthly beings. So I'm doing that. And so here's where I'm coming now to the close, into this divine moment. So I have a lot of globes. Few years ago, God told me to get a globe, and I like globe because I like world. I like maps, So if you want to get me something, I like maps a lot. So I like maps. I like globe. I like things that are circular or the appearance of a circle. Our logos are normally circular in nature. So I like those kinds of things. All right. And so I have globes all the way around. I got some behind me. I got globes I'm looking at right now. I have our national ambassadors, Natasha and James, who, when I crowned them last year at the MEGALiFE experience in Atlanta, Georgia, June 19th through the 22nd, they gave me a globe as one of my gifts. One of my friends, my birthday friends, who we go out for birthdays and celebrate each other, she gave me a globe that you actually use a marker to write something on there. And the globe, God said, wherever I spin the globe and land, that's where I'm going to go. So I haven't spun the globe because I like to know where I'm going, and I don't want to land on a country and because she didn't say she said God said. I'm gonna go back and listen to the prophecy to make sure she said God said, because I haven't spun that globe. So that's a side story. So I have globes. I love globes. I love map. I love direction because I'm here to transform lives. God put me on earth. He said to multiply, inherit, subdue, and for me to be wealthy and rich and walk in that place, for me to have great relationships, a rock solid faith, to be healed from any diseases, and to just live a joyful, happy life. That's what the Bible says in a nutshell for me. And I'm very literal. So I want to walk in that place and in that space. All right. So I know, right? Genesis, spin the globe. Thanks for typing that out for me as well. So I hosted for the first time Kyle International University Summer Academy. And that was held in Brookfield, Wisconsin on Moreland Road. Students from all over the country came and joined us there at Kyle International University. And this is where I'm coming up to my thing now. So they came and joined me there at CIU, and the students gave me gifts. And Genesis, who is on here in particular, who is my right-hand person, and we have a thing that we do. We call it big light, little light. And so she's that person that is the person that was going to be traveling with me, doing all these events, being that person that go up on stage before I get on there, being the one that has access to me directly, that, has my iPad, I can trust, got my money, just she's that person. And call it an adjutant or a side, I don't know, whatever. So she was going to be traveling and doing those stuff. Well, we didn't get to travel in person, not yet, but we have been doing some virtual things. Um, so she gave me this globe, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't know where you got it from, Genesis." But she said, "Yeah," and these not the spinning globes. That, by the way, this is not the one that the prophet told me that God says to spin and wherever I land. That's not this. I can spin these. So she was like, "Look at this," and I know she knows I also like globes, but I've never seen one with three. So she gave this to me, and she said, "Well, it's for God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit." And I was like, "Yeah," and I knew. So in the midst of the whole, from January till now, God specifically told me I must only work on three things, because I wear many hats. I run a lot of businesses. He said the MEGALiFE, the university, which is CIU, and because this is necessary for my story, and I'm almost closing, the university, CIU, which is the same thing, sorry, the university, the mega, and the pageant. He said those three things I want you to go with. And so I don't look at my gifts right away. Plus I was tired. So all last week after summer academy, I was just exhausted. I coped, I managed, but I was exhausted. So I had all my gifts. In fact, I'm wearing one of my gifts right now, my pearls. I got many gifts they gave to me. So thank you so much. Thank you, Genesis. I did a public thank you on Sunday or Saturday. But Genesis was not able to join and see that live. She probably watched it afterwards, but I publicly thank her and everyone else, because whatever you do in quiet, God will reward you openly. So three things he told me. And then he brought people into my life and in my space that he said, you guys need to do these three things, cover her, hold her up. And these three things are also the three things for your life. And then he gave them permission to do three other things. So technically, and they know who they are only able to do these three and be a support system and an anchor and support those three and be in those three, because there's a divine blessing coming from the three to those folks. And then they have permission to do three other things. So he said specifically, because sometimes we're doing too much. If you are a visionary and entrepreneur, because you get a vision and you get an idea, it doesn't mean that it needs to be implemented right now. You need to put it on your map so that when it's time for implementation, you have everything in place and you can roll with it, right? So I knew it was God when I looked yesterday. I'm looking at this and I'm like, where I'm going to put it, because I need a space for my globe. So this morning I got up on this third day, on the 13th day of Av, and Av is the month of answered prayers, and it also means Father. So I got up this morning on the third day, and it's my Zumba anniversary. So it's my Zumba anniversary. I became a Zumba instructor, and that's a whole nother story, 6 years ago today. So it's my Zumba anniversary. So I also decided that I'm going to be very transparent tonight. So I also I'm always transparent, but today is going to be a little clearer. So I decided that today was going to be my restart of the day where I start really exercising again and getting into shape, because I had got on the scale. I knew I was gaining weight, not just from COVID and just sitting and being inside the house because I couldn't really go anywhere, but also just stuff in my life, stress in my life makes me gain weight, not lose weight. And I had just had a lot that was going on. So it was easy for me when God simplified it and said these three. I was actually happy. So I just finished the summer academy, and I told the students, I said, students, I have the MEGALiFE experience that is coming up. It's a one-day event. It's on August 20th. I know they're going to register. I know they're going to support me, but I was like, I don't even have a flyer for it yet. So this morning I got up, I said, God, it's in 17 days. And I said, you got me, God. I said to you, I'm hosting this one-day event. I have all the speakers lined up. I have Patrick Snow. I have Shamika Bell from Atlanta, who's an international nutritionist and fitness guru. I also have Genesis, that is a speaker. I have Chad that's lined up as a speaker. I have a naturopathic physician who's a speaker. So I got these speakers waiting to be able to share. And I got my penciled in version of what the day is going to look like and who's going to speak. But I haven't announced, I haven't shared the megalife.life website. I don't even know if anyone has registered because I really was so zoned in on Kyle International University and the groundbreaking shift that was taking place. So stay with me. I'm coming to a close. This is like when the preacher is coming to the end of the message. You don't want to miss the benediction because that's where the blessing comes. So I got up this morning. I looked for my Zumba hat. And you see, got this Zumba, got this Jamaican, which I am. Got United States on there too. I think it got Puerto Rico. Because Zumba is global, it's international, it's global. So I got my Zumba hat and I said, I'm going to do some Zumba today. And I was going to put my announcement out there about my 6-year anniversary. Cause you know how Facebook reminds you of stuff. So, but I knew it because I knew the date. It's August 3rd is when I become certified, but God told me to ride the bike. So I went and got my helmet. So I went and got my helmet, but I had to, I was having some conversations and I did not get to go my helmet because it was cutting close to the time when I needed to go get my healthy food because I'm also doing a 10-day cleanse because I know what it takes to drop the weight. And I also know that leadership is a behavior. And so if I'm going to lead people for what's about to drop on the 20th, because the 20th is the shifting day that is going to have 2,020 people that is going to go on this journey with me for 1 year for the mega life experience 2.1 in August 2021. So I know what's about to take place. I know I see the people. I have the blueprint. I know how it's going to work. I see the 2,000 that is coming. I have it all. And so I was about to put on my helmet. So I can ride my bike, but I didn't have my hair down. I had it in a ponytail. So I can ride my bike because besides Zumba, because I like, salsa and merengue and reggaeton, and all the fast beat music and that comes with Zumba. And so, if it's not this, it's bike riding for me, and I'm safety first. So I put on my helmet and I was going to ride my bike. But like I said, I had to get going to go get my food so I can blend my juicing because then I was so off. The time was off. At least that's what I thought. So I took off this hat, and as I took this hat off, and I looked over at my globe, God says the 3 globes are not just me, my son, and the Holy Spirit, but it represents CIU, the pageant, and the mega. And he said, Carolyn, I want you to tell my people, this is me. This is my doing. I am bringing them into 3, either in one of these 3 or in 2 of these that's going forth right now. He said, tell my people. He said, go on live tonight. You're a Facebook girl. You're a lights, action, camera. He said, I am the God who is leading, whether it's the university or it's the 2 pageants that I have, because more than one, or it is the MEGALiFE, and all 3 of them are not gender or color specific. And so I sat there, Genesis. I sat there, Cavell, Carrie Ann, and any other student that's out here with me, or pageant queen. I know Clarice is out here with me. Hey, Rico, what's up, buddy? Love you so much. God bless you, brother. You're doing a good work out there in Cali. I think that's where you are, California. So I thank you, Bloomington, for representing also. So stay with me. So, because this is so profound. As like I said, I was going to get ready to go to my bed, and I looked over and he said, this is me. I work in concert of 3. And he said, it's standing on a solid foundation and a solid rock, because my people that will hear me tonight will become in alignment with what it is that I am doing. He said, in every era, there is a movement, there is a sound, there is a synchrony. And he said, there is a rhythm. And it normally operates, and it's not just a 2-fold chord, but imagine 3-fold, that has all three elements of our Father wrapped around you. There is no other way that, yes, Genesis, exactly. There's no way that he said you can fail. So he said, so I'm gonna make sure I get this word right. So he said, each one of them, he said, for the next 17 days, what I want you to do, besides the Sabbath day, of course, and another day that I have that I'm specific that I do with the Lord. He said, each one of the days they represent, you're going to go through and all 3 times per day, you're going to start off with a MEGALiFE. So you're going to be raw and you're going to use this covering, this helmet. This is the covering, or my hat. So if I do Zumba, that is representing one of the globe, because we're going global, you all. We are global. That represents one of the globe. That is the MEGALiFE. The mega means make every day good again. He said, my people are not blessed. They're not walking in prosperity. He said, my heart is breaking every single day because I've been doing everything. I've chastised, I've moved things out their way, I've shifted things, I've caused some things to happen, I've sent things their way to be able to get them to focus, to make their day, every single day, good again. Because if they do not start back over from the foundation, if they don't start back over from the first book of Genesis, where it talks about God's creation and all the things that he did, he looked, he saw, and it was good. So we're supposed to be able to look, see, and be able to speak that it is good. So it's not just he spoke and everything became into being. And so in our voice, in our speaking, that's how everything is going to come into being. So when we speak, we will look and we will see. And so creation was created by the voice. And so the mask and what COVID is doing to silence the voice is coming against really what God is establishing in this year. So this was hat number 1. He said 3 hats you should wear for the day, 3 hats. And the second hat, or the second covering in the day, he said, is the crown. And he said the crown represents the pageant. Be that, oh, Genesis, my head, my thing is lean like yours. Okay, so here we go. It looks like a gangster lean, but it's going to stay because I'm not moving it. And the crown represents the pageant. He's crowning us with glory. And he said, full throttle, go forth. We are going to be crowning a nation. He said there will be coming from the east, the west, the north, and the south, at least 20 states coming to get crowned or to be sashed. So the men will be sashed and they will get a scepter, because a scepter is what Esther's husband, the king, lifted and raised to her in order for her to receive the yes. And so for you to get the yes, the Father is saying, I have the scepter in my hand. But if you don't come in, if you are not brave enough, if you don't come on the inside, if you don't break down that door and be bold and be faced and join in on my movement, if you don't realize that you are royalty, you don't have to be a pageant person. You don't, whatever color you are, if you're Hispanic, or Hispanic is not a color, but you get my point. Come on and be a part, be an ambassador in the pageant. If you don't want to be a state title holder, but be a part of it or share this with someone. You can be an ambassador, which is a servant leadership role, which is literally shining and showcasing in your purpose that you already have, and the pageant just catapult. So then I'll take off this hat and then I'll go to the graduation hat, which is Kyle International University. So he said, then you'll change over to that, because I'm giving you these 3 hats. Okay, this is in my face. Which way do I go? There we go. Now you get my point. So I'm going to have to put these on 3 times a day. I'm going to have to do a different hairstyle. I got gangster lean going right there. These 3 hats. And go forth. And he said, I have many that I'm calling from the east, the west, the north, and the south, who will be a student in Kyle International University, because it's not a physical university that you have to be presently at, because we offer leadership degrees all the way from a certificate to a doctoral, business, healthcare administration, the School of Ministry, which is the only school that actually meets on those one weekend per month. All the other school is virtual, and also just weeknights, 2 weeknights a month. And so, but School of Ministry will always be something that we do Friday and Saturday once per month, because that requires an in-person impartation. But we are virtual with the School of Ministry as well. We only meet once a year, or twice a year right now. So he said that's what you'll go through, because many are going to graduate. Many will get their tassel. They will be a part of all three. And so the university, you can never have to be in person. It's 100% can be virtual. It's online. And so I said, God, so just tell me this again. He said, when she presented this to you, it was a confirmation and an affirmation that go full throttle, because I, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, operate 3 in 1. So even though it is 3 entities, it represents 1, because the 3 globes are standing on 1 foundation. And so this is why so many of even our students right now are also in the pageant, and they are going to be participating in the MEGALiFE as well. We have students who are a part of the MEGA or a part of the pageant who's not yet in the school. But in order to get the full measure of what God is doing, he said, I need them to be a part of all 3. And then he said, I need those who have been spectators, who have been listening. He said, daughter, bring my prophetic message to the world tonight on this day, the month of new beginnings, of the month which is, I believe, the 5th month in the Hebrew calendar, 5, the grace of God be upon you. And he's saying, bring this to them tonight, who will listen, who will have an ear, who will be up. Now, welcome Queen Kathy. Queen Kathy's on here, Genesis on here, Carrie Ann, and a few of the other students. So I operate in a certain realm, and anything I speak is accurate, because I speak what I hear the Father said. He said, and so I had 2 more hats. So what gave me the credentials, because I have to have the credentials, was because I'm a soldier. I was a soldier first. So this is the 5 hats. So the 3, which he told me about the globe, but I started off as a soldier, a warrior. I'm an Army vet, you all. So this was the hat that I wore over my head. And of course I couldn't have my hair this long. And then when I wrote the 10 laws of leadership, my husband gave me 12 stones. Kevin, are you on here? Gave me 12 stones and promoted me to a general. And so this is my general, or more like a captain of the ship, lead her ship. That's what this is all about. And so this is the hats that gave me the credentials to be able to wear these. And so our students, and you will be one that will be graduating, exercising, and crowning, all those 3 in 1. And so even if it is just one of those 3 that you participate with. So he said, go forward, go full throttle. 17 days you have in order to accept the Sabbaths, to promote the MEGALiFE experience. It is $120 for VIPs, $20 for you get access to the whole event on the 20th. $20. I dropped it from $320 to $20. MEGALiFE.life, $20. If you want to be VIP, we just give you some group coaching time with me. That is $120, but he said $20, and I said, God, are you serious? $20 don't even take care of the system that I'm using to go live. And he said, I have called people from all over the east, the west, the north, and the south. They're coming by the drones because they need to become whole by finding and establishing themselves in their health, their finances, their relationships, and their faith, equilibrium on all 3. So he said, I'm not playing, nor was God playing. I want to see my tassel. Oh, it's all the way back here. He said, I'm not playing, nor was I ever playing But he said, I'm so serious. I have sent, and they didn't even pause during COVID to stop and hear me. That is my voice. And I've sent you tonight as a prophet, which I've been for 17 years, to send a message to say, I am moving in synchrony right now. There is an education to be earned. There is a mega to live. Make every day good again. There is the movement. There is the MEGALiFE Club that is coming. And this is not for everybody. There is 2,020 people that he has assigned, that he has shaken up a little and he's ruffled their feathers, that will be joining me on this movement and all this on this journey to August 2021, where we will gather together as a people and would have gone through an entire year, because there's power in the year, working in synchrony, working, showcasing, and people who are losing weight. There will be teams. So there will be teams of individuals and state leaders. So like Genesis will be over Illinois, and there'll be people that are state leaders. They'll appear on the Dr. Carolyn show. We're going to go through this as a journey. We're going to release the fat, drop it, gain the muscle, all the health habits. We're going to become debt-free. We're going to have the faith to move the mountains and healthy relationships. It's bringing all 4 areas of life, and we're going to go through and do the MEGALiFE cycle. I'm going to take 2,020 people through a neurogenesis matrix. It is literally a rewiring and a remapping and a reshifting of the mind, the physical brain, actually. And 1 year, and we're going to, so see, a 4x4 relay is 1 lap around the track. 4 people on a team, and each person do 1 full lap. So God says from August 2020 to August 21st, 2021, I am taking them around 1 lap, 1 year with me. That 1 year, that 365 days represents the 1 year that Esther was being prepared before she went into the king. It's the 1 year that was promised that this time next year, Abraham, your promise will be born. There is so many multiples of 1 year that took place, that within 1 year, you can go from the life that you had to the life of your dreams. And I'm only taking 2,020 people with me on that journey. So what can you do to activate? Because it's a season and it's a moment of activation. Any one of these 3 organizations, whether it's Cayula International University to earn a degree or get a certificate, ciuniversity.org. Let me see if I have the scroller that I can scroll on this banner to be able to let you guys see what that university website is. Get a degree. So sign up, apply today. Don't delay. Just say yes to God and give him permission to finance and to fund your degree. We have testimonies that I can share with you to tell you that once you click and you say yes, that everything will shift and change. In addition, sign up tonight for the MEGALiFE experience. It is virtual. It is 1 day. It's August 20th. $20 is worth you taking off work 1 day, giving the 20th. It's a Thursday, the day to you. And for those who are VIP, that weekend, you'll have group coaching with me. Only have 20 spots for the VIPers. So it's $120 for VIP or $20 for general to get all the speakers, all the impactful information. And the registration for that is at megalife.life. You can activate today, because God, I was sharing this afternoon with someone. See, a lot of people are praying and waiting on God to do something for them. He can't. You know why? Because he physically cannot come down to earth, because he's a spiritual being. And so him can't physically come down here and do anything for you. It requires you to do the moving, you to get involved in the movement. This is why so many people be like, Dr. Carolyn, how do you do all this? It's very simple. I'm an activator, and I know when to activate, and I don't procrastinate. I activate, just like Carrie Ann activated. Now she'll be able to walk across the stage on 12/12/2020, graduating with her degree. Not only did she activate, she also elevated, because she upgraded her degree from what she originally signed up from, because elevation is a sign of promotion. So there is the pageant. You can become a state director. You can become a national ambassador. You can also become a state representative, whatever state you are in, no matter what color, what shade. or gender you are, male or female, you can be a part of this pageant to be crowned with the royalty. Why not? Why don't you deserve the best in life? Why don't you deserve to have that equilibrium? Why don't you deserve to, in this pandemic, to still be thriving, to be above the economical system, and to walk and be a part of the Kyle economy? We are creating a new economy. We've created a new nation, the mega nation, where it's a group of individuals who are saying, I am making every day good again. And that is a teaching. I am going to impart all that knowledge and all those activations that I've had over 20 years of my life, and the recent studies and breakthroughs and my recent approved dissertation and proposal in the area of neurogenesis, teaching you how to create new neurons in your brain so that you can heal yourself, so that you can map out your money, so that the matrices that are in your head, that you can put them on paper. I have never been so serious about anything like I've been in my life, because like I said, I was about to go to bed and God showed me the globe. So Genesis, I don't know when and how and which day God told you to do this, but I'm glad for your obedience, because what was intended to just be a gift has turned out to be a confirmation, and it has turned out to be a calling. God is calling. He's giving out a sound of individuals across the globe to say, come and be a part. And as I stated before, this is not for the masses, but it is for at least 2,020 individuals. We're going to create teams. The world, the globe will know our names. They will know who you are. You will be placed on a platform because I'm going to put you on it. So I want to thank you. I've come to the close of my message to listen to the voice of the Lord being sent through me. If you don't think this is for you, then no big deal. No problem. Just click off and just go to bed. But if you hear and you are getting a pull and a draw, and you know that there is more in life for you, that you know that I was destined and created for more. You've been feeling hungry for more. You've been wanting more, but just something in you has been you just haven't felt the right connection. Well, now it is, because we're talking about a divine moment in time. We're talking about 3 global entities running in concert that has been prepared just for you. And then you have your other 3 of your own that you can do and run with your business, your entrepreneur, your career that you're doing, whatever it is, your ministry. But join in on the movement, just like it was during the days of Joel, during the days of Hezekiah. When they worked together in concert, they were able to build. During the days of Noah, he built the ark. He was preparing. And God is saying, I have prepared the pageant, the university, and the mega to be able to be entities that you can partner with, because I, God, am the one that has assigned this woman to it. Let me tell you, life would have been much easier. Now I'm being a little sarcastic. If he just would have allowed me to go do my business, ride in with my clients, work with these entities and not necessarily have to deal with, a whole bunch of people, it would have been better. But God is supreme. And he's great. And I will not complain, nor will I take it with an attitude. I just had to put my little 2 cents in. I am delighted, and thank you so much for listening to me and joining me. I know someone's life was impacted and changed tonight. So students, Kailers, as we call each other, thank you for listening to me. You are an answer to prayer. I trust me when I say, those who are a part of our mega will be showing up at the MEGALiFE experience, and register today, megalife.life, because once the Zoom room fills up, I can't accept anybody else. So, and share it with every single person on your news feed. The megalife.life, $20. Your life is worth way more than that. That's bread, some eggs, and some hot chocolate, and you're gonna get Patrick Snow, me, Kevin Anderson, Genesis Hall, Shamika Bell, Chad Ubley. You're also going to get, who are the others? My nutritionist and just getting out of debt strategies. And so, and then we will be taking 2,000. We'll be taking 2,020 people on a journey with us for 1 year as we meet up and have an encounter and an experience in 2021 in August, because we will live to see that day. I speak that over your lives. There will be teams. You'll get to have teams of 4 or as many as you want to 20. Lead your team, and we'll every single week I'm going to be coaching those that are registrants of the Mega Life Experience 2021, as well as those in the Mega Life Club. The club is launched and has launched and it's going to really launch on the 21st of August, but it's up there on the website as well. It's $44 a month, and you get coached in that club and get access to be able to participate in the 4x4 race that we will be having. We will also be having a mini Shark Tank. I'm having Mark Cuban. I'm speaking that into the atmosphere because I really want Mark Cuban to be at the Mega Life 2021 2.1. And also Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry was scheduled to be at the Mega Life Experience 20 last year, but was not able to make it. So Tyler, I need you back, and I need you to come to the Mega Life Experience 2021. I'm Mark Cuban, and then Lori from Shark Tank. And so we have a major organizational sponsorship that is sponsoring us so that the registration for Mega Life 2021 will be affordable. All right, we're going on a journey. We're going to be in this club together. We are nation and national and global, and we're making every day good again. All right, are there any questions? Okay, I'll give you the schedule for the hat changes. I don't know who that is because it says Facebook user. So I don't know if that's Genesis or Cavell, but yes, I will be having my hat scheduled. So 3 times a day, I will go live in the 3 different capacity. So in the mornings, I'm going to do my Mega Life. You'll see me doing the Mega Life tour, the Mega Life. I'll be sharing about the Mega live on Facebook. So I either have one of these 2 on when I'm doing Zumba or I'm riding my bike, and you'll see clips with me. You'll follow my journey because I stepped on the scale, and the pounds that I am, I've never been that weight in my entire life, not even when I was pregnant with a 10-pounder in my womb. This is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. So it was a shocker for me. Cavell is asking, okay, dear. So yes, I'll give you the schedule. So I'll go in the mornings here first because I just want to cry. Like literally, I'm so emotional because it's so God. Like whenever he just does things, it just makes me very emotional. I feel like I'm just gonna cry into tears because this and is because I was obedient and hosted the Kyle International University Summer Academy for the School of Ministry. Do you know how everyone in there got delivered and set free, and new dreams, new ideas? We were recharged, replugged in. We got experience of the new wineskin. God gave us a taste, an appetizer of the new wineskin. And we have school that's coming up on the 12th next week. Wednesday, we have our second Wednesday school. And so I just want to cry because who would have known that all these globes that I've had, there would be one that represents the 3 entities and represents God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So I'm really just amazed by that. And then around the noon hour, I am going to be going with my crown. And so I'm going to do my crown in the noon hour, and then I'm going to finish off with CIU in the evenings. So then I'll talk about Kyle in the evening. So that will be my day. It's just like I just want to cry because God is so good. No, well, I'm carrying a lot of hats. I pray God this crown does not fall. Oh my God, I'm wearing 3 hats. So I hope this crown is a lot of money. So I want to thank you all. Genesis, this is what I was telling you in the messenger that I sent to you, that daughter, you are you're hearing God, and he, I don't have to. You're hearing him. You're good. You're in a good place, in a good space. You're good. And I'm good. I'm good. So, oh, I don't need to take this off, but I can put on the captain one. Any questions for me? Yes, I will give a shout out to all the Facebook audience when I go live, and when I start the MEGALiFE Club. That the club will be what I'll be using going forward after the MEGALiFE Experience 2.0, which is an event for business entrepreneurship. It's a wellness event, and so it's wellness, leadership, business, and career. And so when I go live, and when we're going to be following states. So states with their teams will get to be in Dr. Carolyn Show. The Dr. Carolyn Show will go forth on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so we're going to bring in, team leaders from different states. We're going to get to follow their journey. We have a person that's over 300 pounds that is a part of the club that we're going to be following her journey. And so we have, I'm going to be very transparent and open, be showing you my journey. We're going to go on a journey together, 2020 of us, and I make the 21. So 2020, so 2020 is like taking this year and using the number, God is using this number of people to just kind of erase some of the things that happened in this year that just did not benefit us, and just saying, I am still the God, whether it's 2020 or 2021, and taking us into that space and in that place. And so I am so thrilled. I am so excited. I just can't show my excitement as I want to, because I'm flabbergasted by God right now. I'm just blown away. And so I found my people. I have found my people. I have prayed for this. I found my people. There is 2020 of you that I'm going to take on this journey with me. And so the MEGALiFE Club, again, is only $44 a month. And then the MEGALiFE Experience right now is $20 just for the one that's coming up one day, just the 20th, $20. It's normally a 4-day event. And so this year, though, because it's virtual, I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to knock it out just on the 20th because I'm following God's instruction. And oh, I just want to cry because God is so good. He's so amazing. And thank you for listening to me. Thank you for staying on. I know it's late. I know it's Eastern time for some people, and it's 11:12 right now. It's 10:12 for me because I'm in Central. But thank you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Genesis, thank you so much. It's a wellness, it's a leadership, it's a business, it's a career event. And so if you're looking to advance your career, build your business, learning about entrepreneurship, to get out of debt, if you're looking to lead your life, Genesis is going to be sharing about how she released, I don't know, what is that, over 100 pounds? And so she's one of the speakers as well as one of the panelists. Hey. Huh? No, I'm just mellowed out because God is so good. Like I just want to cry, I just want to pray and bawl and be in His face. So, but you could bring me some water. That was my husband asking me if I want some water because he saw that I just kind of toned down. But it's very humbling, and just thanking God for choosing me, for choosing us. I've found my people. There are you. I found them, and there is, like I said, 2,000 more that is waiting to hear my voice. And you're going to help me to get that out, to share and to spread. Because just like how God brought you into my my space, there are others that's on your Facebook. There's others that are in your profile that just needs to hear this and needs to be able to know that God is there. He got them. We don't have to walk in fear. We can walk in faith. And faith it till you make it. All right. So thank you for this. Yeah, I appreciate it. This is just profound. You saw me looking for these. I was asking Kevin, I said, where is my graduation hat? I didn't even know where it was. And so you guys get ready. You're going to graduate. You're going to get a cap and a gown. And this represents covering. So this is what God is saying. I'm covering you. Because that's what a hat represents. Our helmet that we wear in the military, it's a covering from the bullets and the grenades. It's a protection. So God is saying, I am protecting you. I got you. I got you. You see what I'm saying? He's saying like the helmet of salvation. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Helmet of salvation. So that's it. I'm just I hope I can sleep tonight because this was a revelation from heaven. And for those of you who know me really well, you know that this is like I don't get this way. I'm a tough girl. No, I am. I'm very gentle and meek. All right. I love you guys. That's all. So yes, we're going to put off the helmet of salvation. And this is God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Faith it till you make it. 2020 people. If somebody can type that in there. That's the number he gave me. It's a prophetic representation of that which took place this year. Right. Because it's like people are just waiting for the year to finish. But God is saying, no. In this year, I am still the God of the year. I am still the God of salvation. I'm the one saving you. And many are going to come and be a part of the MEGALiFE movement and be in the club and get the right coaching and teaching. Too many leaders have taken advantage of those who are following them. I'm not going to do that. I am going to stand on integrity, walk uprightly, and we're going to have fun in this journey. Okay, so don't judge me. I'm going to be dancing to some Zumba and some reggae. So if you come in with your little religious eyes, I ain't the one for you. Okay, so that's it. Did you want to say something or no? You just, okay. All right. Yes, God is still the God of this year. So that's it. I love you guys. I go live next week, Sunday, to talk about the pageant, I think. And then I go live this Wednesday for Word of the Lord to talk about August and the month of Av. All right. Have a good night. Join the journey. Let's do life together. The MEGALiFE experience is where it's things are. We're heading that way in Kyle International University. We are setting the standards. And so we love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of what we are doing. Thank you again, Genesis, for giving me my globe. And you are a big part of the position and where we are going to be. So God got you, girl. And God got you all. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.